It's easy to be ignorant about the world that surrounds us. Issues like women's rights, however, cannot be ignored. This problem doesn't just affect people within our country's borders, they're worldwide. Women are standing up though. Fatma Ahmed Ibrahim, a woman activist from Sudan, is making a change for those affected. Protesters like her are taking the fight to the street and battling what seems like a never-ending war. Fatma grew up in an educated family, but the privileged life was not something she wanted. At only 14, she established the Intellectual Women's Association. This fought British control of Sudanese women. Before then, Fatma took an interest in women's rights, creating a local wall newspaper titled Pioneer Girls, while attending Umdurman Secondary School. This was groundbreaking, because a woman in journalism was unheard of at that time. Fatma was a huge part of why women got involved, and now there's a growth of women journalists. She even conducted the first strike because a science class was replaced with a family class. The strike was successful. Fatma was one of the first women in Sudan to attend college. She was even the first African woman and Middle Eastern woman to be elected into parliament. Later, she established the Women's Union, which helped with suffrage for women, maternity pay, and pension for those retiring. There is no doubt that her efforts are changing Sudan, and by moving to London in 1990, she has joined a new movement as well. While taking a bus in London, she heard pejorative remarks being made to a black passenger. She instantly acted, clapping her hands and addressing the white man with a razor-sharp rebuke. Even after death in August 2017, her movement ignites protests. In our country, we can see her struggle and the struggle of many women making change. On January 21st, 2017, thousands of people around the world protested to the mistreatment of women. It became clear that the issue of women's rights is not just one country's problem, and that uniting into one movement will enforce change. This has affected our local community also. People from our town joined the Women's March and protested. One student in particular named Jillian Todd expressed the event as wonderfully overwhelming and empowering. She said that she joined the march because she was feeling sort of helpless as a young woman in a nation experiencing what she saw at the time as disastrous change. She wanted to have a voice so she could advocate for herself and for the women around her. She described her favorite moment when she posed for a picture with women from all walks of life. She cherished this moment because it became clear to her that none of their differences mattered. They were all there together, desperate for change and eager to support one another. The solidarity and sense of community at the march was utterly unforgettable for her. The same spirit of rebellion was happening over 60 years ago with Robert F. Kennedy. His integrity and courage showed true as he fought for civil rights. While Fatma was working in Sudan, Kennedy was traveling across the world to countries like apartheid South Africa. His work took him to the issue going on in Vietnam too, where he advocated for the U.S.'s departure from the war. Both he and Fatma were fearless in their fights to advance human rights. And though women's rights and civil rights sound like two different problems, there is one thing for certain. The value of people and human rights is lessened. This is not okay. In Sudan, women fight and will continue to fight until justice is served, until their rights are realized, until they don't have to worry about torture, imprisonment, or rape being the result of their unhappiness with the world they live in. Fatma Ahmed Ibrahim is just one of the teachers in this, and as students we need to listen to her message.